You're so desperate you turn to the worst possible place. This is the Love Doctors on the Playhouse in the morning.
Submit these anytime on the Be in the Playhouse page at 194.com. Love Doctors, Love Doctors. You're the Love Gurus. My husband and I recently did some advance voting, and he's always been under the impression that we are of the same yoke when it comes to our political views. However, I keep lying to him. I actually am the exact opposite. Is it bad that I always lie to him about what I think about politics and just agree with him so we don't fight about it?
I think it's weird that you lied. Why couldn't you just have different views and you don't need to fight about it?
You know what? I don't hate this, actually, if I'm being perfectly honest. Like, if you just kind of like nod and like, yep, and just kind of let him feel how he's going to feel it and don't debate with him. I mean, it's not like you're going to sway each other. Why fight about it? I don't know if I hate this at all.
Okay, but now he's clearly caught on that they have different political views, and he's probably hurt. You have lied to me for years about something so ridiculous. Why not just be open about who you want to support?
I think if this person never knows, I'm okay with it. Is it implied that they know?
It made it seem like he knew because she said he's always been under the impression, unless he still is.
I don't know if I hate it. If you can stick with it, I don't know if I hate it. You would rather just have been honest this whole time. Now I think you've made this bed, though. What are you going to do, confess it if he has no idea? Hey, by the way, I actually voted for the other person.
Okay, now you can't confess and open up to it. That would be too weird.
Yeah, I don't necessarily hate it. If this is, is he very vicious with people that don't see eye to eye with him? It just seems like unnecessary drama.
Okay, if he is aggressive and can't deal with other people having political views and he's going to start fighting, that says something about his own self-control.
Yeah, well, maybe there's other things that you got to worry about then, too.
Yeah.
Man, I don't like talking politics with anybody. Like, got an opinion, don't care if you know mine, don't care to know yours. That's how I legit feel about all of that stuff.
That's what, like, is he getting into heated arguments with people all the time? I just think it would be so hard to constantly lie about it.
Don't let that into your love life, man.
But you're lying.
You are lying. Or do you lie about other stuff, too? Do you lie to your husband and your boyfriend?
And is it everything? Are you lying about anything you think that would upset him? Because then you might need to talk to someone. Like, if you're that worried about upsetting him constantly that you're just lying about everything, that's not okay.
I don't know if we have enough information to really weigh in. Didn't catch that she's got a boyfriend and a husband, huh?
She doesn't, though. You can't start rumors like that.
Love doctors, yeah, the love gurus. Can we still be friends with a swinger couple now that we know that they are swingers? We've always liked this couple, and we've hung out quite a bit. And recently they told us, just so you know, we are swingers. We didn't hang out for a while after that because we weren't sure what they were implying, but now we're spending time together again. Do you think they think that means we're romantically interested?
Unless they ask you, then no. They can just have friends. That's okay.
I think there's a difference between somebody saying that they are something and inviting you to be part of something.
Exactly.
Right? You weren't necessarily invited. Now, do I think that would be a natural way to start that conversation? Oh, sure. But they didn't say that.
And that's what I think. They didn't invite it. This is like some women just think every guy is hitting on them. No, that's not what's happening. A guy can just talk to you.
Yeah, you might not even be their types.
That's true. They can have friends.
Now you're offended and wish they'd try to swing with you.
I doubt it.
Yeah, they might just be being honest with you. Now, might they eventually invite that? Sure, but you can say no.
I doubt it. I think they'll be able to pick up on the vibes, and they know these are just friends. Don't cross paths with that.
Yeah, you say no and you move on.
Yeah.
It's just, have you ever had a friend that's kind of shown some interest and you weren't interested? Just like you by yourself, not with anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just have to put an end to that and you move on.
Love doctors, you're the love gurus. Am I a bad fiance? Is this going to destroy our marriage? I proposed to the woman of my dreams recently, and she bought me a gift. And I was like, cool, a candle. This is great. And she was so upset, and she's so angry and so hurt with me. Apparently, this is the candle that she lit the first time that I went back to her place. I don't recognize the scent. This was years ago, and she is so disgusted that I didn't recognize the candle and the meaning behind it. What do I do?
Wait, what?
She gifted him at least the same scent
of a candle she had.
She
and
lit.
He was at her house.
Why would you know that? I'm sorry.
Okay.
Why would you know that?
And like, this is usually men don't pick up on those types of things. Even if as a female, I could not imagine that unless I purposely went out of my way and was like, oh my God, this candle smells delicious. What kind of candle is this? Then I'd be like, oh my God, it's the candle I asked about. Thank you.
Was this a like substantial conversation? Like, did you talk a lot about the candle? You'd have never known. Maybe apologize and say like, oh, I'm so sorry. I can't believe I didn't recognize that because man, that was such a special day. But like, you'd be just doing so for her feelings because she's being a crazy person.
Yeah, I think she was trying to do something like sentimental. Oh my God, it's the scented candle. He'll be able to remember. No. You can't. You could just say, listen, I'm really sorry. I didn't realize that's what it is. But now I'm going to cherish this.
It's not uncommon for people to try to recreate things they do on those first couple dates, right? Whether it was like the first movie they went to or restaurant they went to, or like there's things that people do. But I don't know if recreating a scent is going to fly with most, especially like you said, dudes.
Without even talking about it.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I feel bad for you because I don't know how you get out of this without a fake apology. I think you're just saying, I'm sorry, I didn't recognize it.
Yeah, I do think you own up and just say, I'm sorry, but she needs to realize, like, that's a bit much.
Now, had you been at her place and been like, oh my goodness, I've never smelled anything like this. This is an amazing candle. Wow. This is just the best candle ever. And it was like a major conversation. Well, now you're a douche.
Now that would make sense if you had, like, if you were talking about, wow, it smells so good in here. What is that smell? And she's pointing out the candle and talking about the candle. That would make sense.
I also think she waited too long. Maybe you give him that candle like shortly thereafter. You don't wait like a couple of years and then he proposes to you. Like, why would he still remember that? Even if it was a major conversation, really, years?
Yeah, if you didn't gift it to him right away after, he's not going to remember.
Also, is it the same candle? Like, did you give him a half-used candle or did you at least go buy a new candle?
I assume it's a completely new candle.
I hope so, cheapo.